they're looking to grab in the first 14 minutes.
Yeah, and we are going to see
cannon.
Yeah, the cannon comes out here, and you know, it's going to be pretty nice in that lane against the Gwen. Just has the rain
that they could be in there. It's Alistair level 1, so definitely don't want to walk into this. Oh. Going for the splash.
Okay, he's going on in there. Immediate exhaust, but with the E leveled up here from Tristana. That's going to be one more auto, and Gumayusi goes down. Shogun and Taki take it to them. Keria with the Ignite. He will flash in and take away the kill onto Shogun. So much action already in the bottom side, and Keria will be able to...
BJ with the failed dive, quote-unquote. It will, of course, force Zeus to back, but he has teleport. Meanwhile...
Oh, here we go. Guma a little bit too far up, but they're trying to trade it back, but the extra jump comes in for Shogun, and this is just going to be a double kill on the bottom side as the
fight for Rift Herald no matter what in our region for so long, regardless of circumstances, and see it ignored this early. So unusual. This time,
the bubble comes in, and Shogun, this time he goes down as Froggy now gets pretty low. Looks like there wasn't enough vision around the mid lane, as we will have him going down here, and you can hear the fans, they're allowed to cheer out now. It is awesome to hear that they are ready to go and cheer for T1 here at MSI.
Yeah. Okay, Taki once again for the engage.
Okay, going on in here, but you can see that Shogun not really confident to get on in this one, and he will just get burst down. It gets a little bit too close to the sun, and trying to force it there with Saigon Buffalo. Here comes BJ with the flash coming in, the immediate exhaust, and the damage that comes out of Lucian. Nami might be enough, but not quite, as BJ will be able to take him out at the end and at least trade
one. Of course, and pick up the kills. Once again, gonna go in.
Oh, and here's Owner once again. Taki, no Unbreakable Will this time. Soul or anything like that for Saigon Buffalo.
You'll notice also a plate is taken here in the mid lane as well. Faker's able to pick that one up because they needed all that extra pressure that Prio Gumayusi can continue to push aggressively to try to grab that last plate in the last minute.
Okay, Froggy space checking a little bit here, did not have vision, and now he is just trying to tank it up, but unfortunately Destiny Gate comes in, big 2-on-2 on the bottom side again, and this time Shogun and Taki will get their revenge. Another double kill into Turret Blood, as we do see Owner and Faker really trying to take this one down, but I think that Taki, or rather Shogun and BJ should get the win, and they will. The first Turret Blood will go the way of Saigon Buffalo as a stolen by ultimate, as in goes Froggy extremely aggressively just to try to save this turret. And he will, as here comes Hosmet. He's got the angle onto Faker, as Faker will get comboed, and he's trying to get CC'd 100-0, and now with 4 members of the Buffaloes, he will be taking
400 gold. And it's T1 against the VCS's second team, right? Not even their #1 team. A much closer game than we expected.
Okay, we're going to have culling against culling, but Kingslayer's not going to help him survive. Into the mid lane. Perhaps Guma and Keria will feel a bit safer to not get comboed, as they have been multiple times on the bottom side. Taki is positioning very aggressively, goes into the Unbreakable Will and just gets blown up just like that. Not able to survive on the Alistair.
And I think a big part of this play is the fact that the top side is Rift Herald. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's a big win for T1.
Zeus has been stalked through the jungle, and now he's got to go 1v2 in his Shroud, as now the Gwen ultimate is stolen. The damage not quite there. Zeus will survive as Keria gets there just barely on time, and BJ is going to get ignited down by Keria, who will pick up the kill, and now Owner is looking for a little bit more.
Meanwhile, topside Faker survives there. Hosmet even commits the flash, is unable to kill him.
And Shogun is just dead here, does not have another jump. That is going to be a killing spree now for Owner, who casually picks up the Vi and is now 3-0 in the first game of MSI.
What do you think about the Nami impact in professional play? In recent times, of course, we've seen Nami years ago in many different other matchups, but in professional play, it's usually just for controlling the 2v2 in the laning phase, but how Keria has been able to use his ultimate as a peeling tool in so many of these scenarios on the bottom side has been fantastic and has really punished some...
Not going to hit him, as we do have second Rift Herald coming in, but this is a huge teleport flank coming in now from Hosmet, but he's all alone. He is going to be forced into this one early on. The slicing Maelstrom only hits Owner, as Owner is actually going to go down. Faker tries to get the kill onto Kennen, but it's not going to quite work out, but Zeus is now frontlining, and he's got a bunch of needles. He's just trying to chip through that front line here. So many low health bars on the side of Saigon Buffalo, but nobody has gone down yet, as they do not have vision of this buff. This brush, rather, as Hosmet will give up his life. Everybody else is on the run, as Froggy is just going to get executed. and T1 will take the fight eventually. As, yeah, it's just going to be the bubble coming in. Keria will pick up
of course, go for the rocket belt, so not like it's Night Harvester Cannon, which we have seen a few times. If he has a little bit more items, suss this out. They're going to rotate over. Vi ultimate available here for Froggy. T1 might have bitten off more than they can chew here. They're going to try to turn.
They're looking for the turn, and Taki is just blown up immediately. He does use that lock-in, but that's about all he's got here. As T1, they knew this was coming. They knew they were spotted, and they knew that they would eventually take down the Baron, if not yet right away.
Notice the one champion who's left standing here, the one who could have actually looked for a team fight against T1. T1 knew Hazmed had ultimate, but wasn't nearby. You have a slicing Maelstrom in this team fight, it could look completely different, but T1 very aware of where he is on the map. The tidal wave turn again from Keria is fantastic. And T1 used this Baron to force a team fight Saigon Buffalo didn't want to take.
Not sure what's going on here. Faker with red buff just says, I've got exhaust as well because I have unsealed spellbook, and yeah, I think I'll just take
here. As we're already in another fight.
Okay, well, Saigon, they try to get something going here. They have a teleport coming in, and Owner will respect it. He will actually flash away, immediately goes back in as they notice the sad Wukong all alone. And this is just the dominoes falling one by one. Taki eventually going to be dead meat as well, as he will go down 3 more kills for T1 as they push with the Baron buff.
The Red Bull Baron power play is going to be pretty stacked for this one, Valdez. We're already at 4,400 gold. With all the kills they take in that fight, plus the turrets that are standing gold T1 are going to pick up on the map, this is probably a push to end here with the momentum they have. Hazmed still no slicing Maelstrom, a tool they so desperately need to stave off this push.
And it's only the 2 of them. I mean, so much for all those kills into the Tristana. Shogun really, he's in a little bit of a trough. His team has been picked off so many times that he has not really had a front-to-back team fight for him to do any amount of carrying in this one, unfortunately. As T1, they're not going to quite end the game. They probably could have tried to force it, but
they have control of every single piece of this map right now. As Taki's once again going to get caught by a tidal wave.
Yeah, and the slow on it is incredible, right? He does have everything, but he's not going to use anything because he knows he's just dead. As that will be a very scared Silas running to the safety of his DJ,
What's left of this turret? Shogun!
Yeah, he's just going to go in, you know, let's see what he can do. Maybe a little bit of damage, but that's about it. Actually, got him below 50% health. Nice little try, but just a bit out of position. And this game has gone off the rails, and I think T1 is looking to try to close it out here in just a moment.
And now we're starting to see this game go according to expectations. The early game certainly didn't look that way. Saigon Buffalo came out very flashy, great plays from Taki in the 2v2, very surprising start. But T1's experience, their macro, it all shows up here, their map awareness and vision control.
Yeah, they're just going to push in for this one. We do have the stolen by ultimate. They desperately want to take out Gumayusi, and they will do that, but everybody else survives with a very low amount of health. And actually, they do get the kill there onto Zeus. As Faker, he's like, come on, guys, let's get this one done.
There's no vision on the map really here for Saigon Buffalo whatsoever. There's that one control.
They do have the range advantage and a pretty nice siege, but here comes the flank once again. They're trying to get onto Gumayusi, and he's going to go down. Okay, they do get the kill.
Is going to kill a Nexus, so they don't care.
That's going to be the end of that turret and that Nexus as well. Zeus just going to do it all alone. Owner comes in for the picture finish, and that will be game number 1 of
shoring up of the damage, because yes, they do have the Graves damage later on, but Lucian is going to fall off significantly. But what they're going to do instead is actually take this Ornn pick, which is safe into a lot of flexing we could have potentially seen in this draft as well. Obviously, Tristana can be strong in the early game and in the late parts. Just hold that thought.
Alone, he's on in the smoke cloud. He is not going to be able to get out of this one. The flash comes in. One more auto, and Yaharong will take
a lot of that Lucian damage back. And Steel's up here.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, we don't have any flash now, and Steel is just making so much work happen. Not sure he's not going to be able to get this kill, though, as Evie not really able to set up for that one. We will have, the grasp will come in there, and 5kid will go down and straight. Gets a little bit too close to the sun, and Utapon will easily scoop away from it. Don't want to get caught out. Steel has been very active in this game. I've been loving what he's been able to hold in the early game. As now Straight is taking a huge amount of free damage, and he's just going to die. Now 5kid doesn't have any way to save himself. So he already used that block, and that's just a double kill into the hands of Utapon.
Dragon that comes as a bonus to these kills here on the bottom side. I think just a lack of respect to how much damage Udapon can put on with this Lucian pick in the early
Just
game.
to make sure they get the first turret blood, and they will hand all of that gold over to Udapon as well. Very delicious.
For DFM. And when you have a lead like this with a composition like what they're running, you can try to just continually fight and snowball with your Lucian. Because of this Syndra pick, so much ability to actually, from long range, just look for an explosive pick if there's not some respect. And if A's respects you, you get a turret.
Oh no. Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this, Lonely. He does have the ult coming in down onto Lonely. Lonely did already flash. The damage should be there, but not quite actually. Heavy not able to get that kill down as now the Wukong comes in. Dimitri able to take out one. The Berserk comes in though, and they will be able to turn it onto Alone, who's a little bit out of position by himself in the river. So at least DFM are able to trade one back.
And they do trade one back. But again, it's on to the champion that is going to be fine, you know, in every case here. This is a bit overextended from Yaharang.
Yeah, nice little juke there from Dimitri as well. Able to get out of the Scout of the Week. As now the depth chart does come in. Yaharang just had no idea to back out of this one.
In terms of late game scaling, there is the effect that we're going to have with these two massive AP.
Cloud Drake. And this is going to be a curious fight because A's still behind in this one.
Yeah, they still are. And this is convincingly DFM are in big trouble.
You can see the TP's coming in right in front of all of A's. So Evie says hello on the Ornn. He's looking to get on in here with his chem tank. As Shirley's now popped. That's a couple of items now that are going to be going down, and nobody will commit to the fight just yet.
Yep, and Evie's ultimate here is so critical when they do want to engage in those positioning here. Is a nice spread for A's.
Red carpet is down. They're trying to make room, and the smite comes down.
They're actually going to be able to fully commit to this turret. Remember also, Lonely, it does have a flank angle here. They get the turret
Thinking
back.
about setting something up onto Lonely, as the teleport will come in here, and Lonely will be knocked up. That might just be enough to set up the kill, as the red carpet does come down, and even a flash. They have so many ways with their lead to turn onto this one. But A's, they don't have vision. They're not comfortable to go in. They don't see it happening on time. And finally going to get his revenge up on the top side of the map. Not going to die this time. Will, in fact, take out the turret with his own Baron buff. That is the Red Bull Baron power play, by the way, that DFM are utilizing here in this one. And A's, they say, well, there's going to be a Constellation Cloud Drake. Let's take
Here, you know, again, that late game victory is becoming more and more relevant. Every second he gets to spend in the side lane, they will get this turret, but it comes at a price.
Yeah. Second turret, they're going to just be chunking people out.
They absolutely will. Hey, look at the position here for Evie is so good.
The Flash Berserk going to get 3 of them, and Evie is just tanking everything up. Everybody else on the side of teammates just trying to survive as they will turn this one onto Lonely. He is going to go down, and the culling is safe for now. And there's the chunk damage that comes in. Nearly everybody on the side of teammates will be taken out. That is, in fact, going to be the ace and the teleport into the mid lane as DFM will look to take down game number 1 for them.
I really like the pivot in the draft here for A's, trying to get some late game scaling. They knew their win condition. They were avoiding these types of fights, but eventually you will have to face the music. Setup here is very poor going to this fight. Evie has a nice angle, is able to get those knockups through. 1-1 team fight and a wipe at this stage of the game with the items that DFM have, and as you say, it's a teleport to mid to end the game.
That's just going to do it with the Baron. It should be enough. We do have Dimitri trying to make one final play, but a little bit sad at the end there. Straight says, well, how about me? Maybe I can get something going, but it is not going to happen. Big thumbs up from Evie. As Detonate's focus.
Control that part of the game, then the late game Karthus comes through. He's going to have that ultimate that's going to hit the entire team. Scrappy fights around Rift Herald, second, third Drake fights, where Order can really hit big spikes. The Fiora, Broken Blade is more than double the CS of BioPanther. Another great riposte from him.
Uh-oh. Bit of damage coming in, and that's the smite on top. You know, I think you have to identify that in caps. I think he's looking at another kill here, but the minions are coming in and didn't quite have the cooldown on his Q ready just yet. He is still level 7, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't need the kill. He's already done so much damage in this lane. As you see, Corporal will just hop away with the plant. You feel the dominoes already beginning to fall a bit here.
If Kevy was playing a jungler that has the ability to kind of assist and help out in these moments, Caps wouldn't be able to play like that.
That's a nice trade, actually, as the ult comes out from Broken Blade, but it's a bit too with the Rift Herald and take another dragon. So not only are they winning in lanes, they're taking all the objectives, and it's a bit of dominance already here from the side of G2.
It really, frankly, is, and Yanko's just going to get collapsed off.
He is way too deep in here as he tries to heartbreak and flash away. Is it enough? No, the Requiem will come in, and it will be enough as they hand that kill over to Kevy on the Karthus.
But it's not without cost. You know, the bottom side of the map here, Flocket is going to get a plate, I believe, down there. And, you know, this is an important pick. Okay, here we go.
Flash comes in, and that might just be enough. He is going to put that ultimate. That is a nice little benefit to him. Here's going to be the Rift Herald value. They give a lot of that over to Flocket, as he is going to be just loving it here on the
potential here. They really thought of everything. There's just not a lot of opportunities for Order to punish this.
We got Kevy coming in from behind. Broken Blade trying to get on in here to BioPanther, as he is trying to hit those weak spots. He's got the healing, but he will be forced to flash over the wall anyway. And of course, with Kevy on the top side, G2 say thank you for the drink.
I really appreciate how Order tried to play this, because they know there's absolutely no way that they can make a Drake play here with the bottom push, with all the warding and the positioning there of Jankos. So they decided to send Kevy topside here, but Broken Blade flashes over the big wall. He's totally fine. Fiora is very mobile in these types of situations. They're going to commit even harder here on topside, but the wraparound is real. This actually could be punished by G2. You see the rotation. Order is kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place here. And the 2,000 gold lead, I think, hold that thought.
Jankos there, he's going very, very deep. Has to heartbreak out of there. As you see, Order's trying to get in, but Corporal takes a big hit from the side of G2. As the Zoe hits him with the Paddle Star. Now Caps is looking for a bit more. Wants to get that execution onto Cassette.
Gonna take a huge chunk of damage. Broken Blade, once again, just has a turret to hide under, so he feels very confident.
I don't know what Broken Blade said to Kevy, but like, this is just not fair at this point. This is like the third or fourth time he's come to gank this lane, but the ultimate is going to be procced here from Broken Blade. He's just surviving.
Because they drop a Rift Herald. So the cross map is better for G2. Yes, you did end up getting an extra wave to crash through, and BioPanther may actually be able to take that turret out. The biggest problem that we kind of have to zoom in on, because it's just not enough
trying to get on in here. Flackett's all alone, has to flash over the wall. He's going really deep for this one. He will pick up the kill and hop straight back as Kasei able to scoop up some of those kills that you wouldn't necessarily expect. I think he's playing this Yone very mechanically.
Get a bit of extra gold in your pocket, which you so desperately need, because you don't have your Mythic online yet. But the trade-off is now your biggest team fight tool with the Aatrox. In these mid-game fights, we talked about how this comp is good at that. You don't have it. Now you don't have your jungler either.
Yeah, enough to just control so much of this mid lane.
Like, look at the vision.
And they're going to take this dragon as well for free.
It's actually quite insane, as Dragon is taken for free.
It's a lot of damage into Kasei, but it's a nice little bait, and they bit the bait there as now the Requiem comes in. Caps is also going to go down. That's a couple of kills under the belt here of Order, just like that.
It's extremely greedy from G2 to push that far into all the CC and the setup there with the Leona, obviously, and the Yone. But the vision control that's set up down here on the bottom side is actually just quite insane. You can see all the wards here for G2 on the bottom side of the map. So they feel very comfortable just pushing down bottom side and going for the Drake solo for Jankos. And these tradebacks have made the gold lead a little bit shrunken, right? Order has the kill advantage right now, and this will lead to a mid-turret take. But these champions are starting to lose their power spikes, right? They're going to fall off in the later parts of the game.
Map control as a team. I think that's kind of what you have to do with this composition. As now they're looking to pull the trigger. Here comes the wobble combo. Targamas is just going to get 100 to 0.
Order's comp is looking for these scrappy fights, these isolated picks, and doing it right before an objective like this is how you can win games like this.
They might just be able to do it. Huge damage over the wall, though, from Caps. Kevy is so low. Corporal trying to frontline, and a huge Blacken ultimate comes in. The AoE damage is just too large for the side of G2, but the Requiem from the grave is coming in. It's not quite going to be enough. G2 will be able to take down not only the entirety of Order, but the Baron as well, and they will even take down BioPanther on the back side of this fight.
Really nice read here from G2. You could also see the coaching staff as well. Very relieved, I think, with the scenario. BioPanther, not enough lifesteal to survive through this one, so he's taken out. It's an Ace plus Baron buff here. Going over to G2, Flacket is already going to go ahead and take out an inner turret. So this Baron...
He just Infernum's the entire backline after Caps set it up with the Paddle Star, and it was enough to get the
games that the control of the side lanes has led to so many problems for Order. And then the lead that G2 has now on the map and the Baron buff, that's 4,000 we're looking at right now, 4,200 nearly, means that like there's not one ward for Order like on the map. There's nowhere you could be. You have to sit in your base And GT are just going to demolish these turrets with the siege you talked about earlier.
Heavy just stepped on that bubble.
He's so far back, he'll be okay, but it's just the story of this game.
This means it's a free turret here. They're looking for a bit more as a 3-man knockup, actually, from Targamas on that Braum. And you can see Kasei, you know, he's trying to use some of that, those early skirmishes.
Seal in this game, his Zhonya's is online. He can be places that Zoe should be allowed to get healed.
And I think Order got a little bit too far ahead of themselves on that one. So now Kasei is committing very heavily onto a fed Fiora, or at least a Fiora at all. Not very fed, but you know.
Hullbreaker.
Able to survive enough, right? She has Hullbreaker, she has a stopwatch.
Yeah.
You're not gonna kill her. It's not gonna happen. As Corporal will just die, and Broken Blade will be able to use that. Really nice knockup from the Aatrox. BioPanther really trying to make a case here to win this one towards the end, but with the Requiem coming out, we might get a kill here. Nope, not quite, as she will actually die before it goes off. And it's now G2 just cleaning up the pieces of the puzzle here. Flacken, really nice stopwatch. That's one to win my heart, indeed, as a stopwatch connoisseur myself. And that might just do it. Everybody on the side of Order goes down, and G2 are in the base and looking to end this game.
Yeah, they've got a set of super minions coming down to the bottom side as well. Cap's just looking for more kills as they wait for the minions. So it's all over but the Cryan, unfortunately, is Corporal's gonna look for a stun setup.
Yeah.
And it will not happen.
He's trying to, you know, he's trying to do his best, but yeah, it's gonna be the end of the game, guys. G2 with a strong showing here. Not the cleanest game, but they got it done in swift fashion. About a 27-minute game once again.
Aatrox to the top side. This time versus Gwen, so not going to take the Fiora matchup one more time. Instead, we'll take the Gwen, further adding a little bit more AP damage to this composition. And interesting, going to get another Karthus in the jungle.
What's an Ivy like these days?
Skype him in.
Here we go. Targamas hovering around mid.
Targamas, good stun. JoJoPuke now going to be locked up. Good damage coming in as well. Ignite going down. JoJoPuke going to get dropped. First blood for Caps.
This was one of the things I was worried about for JoJoPuke coming into this tournament. G2 love to attack mid. They really love playing around Caps, and with a roaming support and an aggressive jungler, it's something that they'll often try and leverage, and it all comes back on JoJo trying to leverage his early prio. The problem with that is it sets up for an early gank. He loses his flash, the repeat gank then comes through, and G2 playing that mid wave very well find themselves with first blood.
And if you're a North American fan, you've seen this before, these deaths by JoJoPuke where the game can kind of get away from him. He is a really good laner. The experience angle is something he does struggle from, and these are the kinds of plays that can work against him. Ends up shoved up, trying to get the wave in before a greedy reset, gets blown up for it, and then can he stabilize his pike and knowing those windows? I think so far Targamas has done a good job of getting out of the lane, into the mid lane without really leaving Flacket to get punished.
Just going in. Smoke screen goes down, proccing the red buff as well, forcing an early flash out from Impact. No ulti available either. Are they going to go for the dive here? Ooh, debating, but do not want to overcommit.
Nice footwork there.
On the flank. Early Karth assault obviously could get canceled mid-fight, so might as well just throw down the damage early, but not too much effect yet. Fire going to try to clear this one. It looks like they might go for the 50-50, but the Herald is resetting, and Vulcan now going to be in trouble. Targamas finding the kill. Meanwhile, on the top side, Broken Blade not immune enough. EG firing back. Herald still standing. Nico stepping forward. End of the line drops. Duty from the side of EG, but that's a great wall. JoJoPuke against the wall. Now they're moving in. It's a big, massive fight. Are they going to be able to make it out? Yanko's flashing over the wall. One more kill picked up. JoJoPuke going down. Yanko's dashing away. Flacken until Froggen came back to pro play, or a buff came through, or a rework, because when you think of control mages, you think of
Danny uninspired, and how these later team fights will actually play out.
It will be interesting to watch, of course. We now see Impact and Broken Blade. A bit of a fist fight here on the bottom side. Ignite ticking already. Impact with a clean sidestep, but not nearly enough healing to make
errors so far, and I just think G2 just been super proactive on the map.
Yeah.
And I like what I've been seeing from them so far. But again, the problem for this is that as much as I would love to be mean, I've seen...
For now, it looks like they're not going to really fight or contest for this. Second Herald inspired, getting this one for free. So at least a little bit of positive news for EG. They are currently still forced into their tower here in the mid lane, and it does mean giving up the Drake, but they can't use that to at least knock down one more tower.
I think overall, EG is not going to be too upset about that trade. Yeah. I think it's one of those situations where G2 kind of looked at the map in its entirety and said, well, okay, we could contest this
turret take, maybe even without the Herald with Vulcan and Danny on the way, but the wave not too massive. Going for the dive here, high risk decision, but I think they want it. They're feeling it. Broken Blade dashing backwards is going to get knocked up. Should be easy fall up there coming in from the Samira passive. He does get knocked down. The tower will now fall as well.
Alrighty, there you go. EG on the map playing to the weak side away from the Anivia. Down, find the kill onto Broken Blade, looking good. I was laughing at the Inspired all just coming in right at the very beginning. Karthus, I was about to say, not a great game for First Strike Karthus. We haven't found that many options.
As G2 look to try and set up on this mid-tier 1. Targamas on the flank.
Waiting off to the side there. But at this point, doesn't really. They're killing it so fast. This is the strength of having a jungler like Graves, the Anivia, Flacket. There's just so much damage on this. Yes, they finally spotted out, but no, Inspired right into the pit, not quite in time. He is going to drop here. Yanko's trying to find a way out. He is going to get knocked down. At least one kill going over to the favor of EG in the meantime in exchange for the Baron. Not a good deal yet.
And go for the Baron instead, and now it's going to make this Dragon fight so easy for them.
And now Caps trying to bait out the wind wall. Cannot wind wall the actual wall, so we'll get forced away. Blade roll now down. Impact going to try to get something done. Oh, they played enough against the Aatrox to know how bad this could be for G2, but Impact not powerful enough. Broken Blade finding the kill. Danny now needs to run for the hills. Good damage coming in, but no follow-up quite yet. He might fall into execution special. He's confident, but it's not going to work out. Forced to use the ultimate and knocked down by the side of G2.
So off the back of a Baron, G2 quickly come back out onto the map. They force the fight against EG. They find the 4v4 and they will secure their third dragon of the game as well. G2 very quickly dominating this game.
You can feel a little bit of desperation set in for EG there. They didn't want to have to give that one up. They wanted to take that fight before Yanko showed up. Impact tried to find the angle, but this is what we're talking about. The comp from G2 just can kite that out so easily, and there's no way for all the members of EG to get off the top of a single target to start those resets.
Really, it's been a very clean game overall from G2, which is funny when you think back to their previous game.
I think that is important, and one advantage that G2 do have is that they got to play a game on stage before this, and I unironically get the intel. Make those mistakes, play a little bit overconfident, limit test a little bit, and now that they're coming into this game, knowing it's EUNA, knowing it's a rivalry where obviously if you lose, you will be relentlessly memed for all time. You know, taking it very seriously, playing clean, playing very, very controlled.
I appreciate giving me the angle of Copium and how this is just not fair that G2 got to get their int out in the previous game.
Not what I said at all.
That's what you said, because you also, you might have not realized you said it, but you said SKT, oh, hold on.
There it is.
In trouble.
Vulcan now committing, but the hook takes him into the wall. G2 easy retreat for now. Targamas knocked back over the wall, griefed a little bit by the team there. Broken Blade caught out, but generally immune to most things. Impact in the meantime, split pushing. Maybe he can break down this Herald. They are going to be JoJoPune ulting in. Targamas off to the side trying to disrupt this. Broken Blade now going forward, looking for a fight anyway. But the rest of his team is barreling down the top side of the map, looking to break open the base. It is just tower for tower, but Impact just continues to hit on the inhibitor. EG kind of coming out on top in this one.
This is a great trade for EG. You have the Hull Breaker Aatrox actually getting some work done. I thought I was never going to see any value the rest of this game, but there you go. Impact just perma-splits, is going to be able to grab this inhibitor. He might be in a little trouble getting out, but EG did a good job of also finding the Broken Blade in that situation. It's getting a little scrappy now as teleports are coming in.
Doubling down. They collapse on Caps very rapidly. Maybe they can get something done. Caps hoping to find Impact. But no.
Nemo's coming in.
Yeah, gotta let him know. Yanko's also, this is, oh man. Saving Private Impact appears to not have been the plan. They've called that mission up. Turns out you just leave the man behind. But
yeah, I feel really bad for EG here because the position that they are map-wise is really good for them. Impact now in a lot of danger here.
Taking up Flacket, the flash forward, anticipating it. Flacket now healing and trying to rush away. Impact in trouble. He's out of cooldowns. There's nothing left.
He had nothing left. He committed everything. He played that about as well as he could. He came very close to getting that kill onto Flacket, but the shield coming through from the shield boat, helping Flacket out immensely. The soul will now be secured. And again, I feel really bad for EG because, again, the map state for them was really good. Wanting to force that Baron was a great choice, but Anivia just makes it so hard.
I love this cast because we came in and we're like, we're going to roast everybody. And instead, Betty's just like captain of the pity party the entire time.
So I'm like, because I feel like that the play was good. I think that the decision was smart. And, you know, we praised G2 for the only play.
I'm not insulting. I'm just saying, like, if you're building a highlight reel, that one would be in there. Yeah. But I think it is a really tough position to be in. Talking about the range problems, about stopping G2's push from here, there's not really much you can do other than start the fight. And given that it's Soul with Baron on, you're probably more likely to just sack the inhibitors and look for, once some of these buffs come off, once the Baron's down, maybe you can actually pick a fight. But you're going to get triple inhibs.
Yep, they're committing on a Broken Blade. Vulcan now has to run away. It is not the fight that they wanted. They will lose this one. They are getting torn to pieces. Impact will search for the honorable 1v1 off to the side. G2 not an honorable team. They beat the hell out of him. He'll come back to life and immediately die again. Gore Drinker's good, but not good enough. Sadly, G2 just too far ahead. Danny will finally go in. He will get one kill back. JoJoPune Gets a wall placed behind him, and there's just about no way out as G2 now thirst for the kills. Caps goes gold, and the ace comes out, and round one in this 4-round matchup between EG and G2 will go in the favor of the LEC representatives.
And I think the only way RNG can round this out is if they want to go for a carry or if they want to try and match tank for tank. Now they've got themselves the Alistair to kind of act as that engage tool. They've said, well, you know what? Let's actually just have someone that can potentially match the LeBlanc inside with
In the contrast of regional strength, not necessarily their strongest point.
Yeah, of course. RNG, relative to the LPL teams, their laners are not considered the best, and even then, it's debatable with some of them.
Gala.
He's playing on the edge, as to be expected. Ming gonna body block that shot.
Now they're gonna instantly turn and try to get the reset. If they can take one member down, maybe Viego can get something done, but that's gonna be first blood going over to the side of RNG. Ferret firing back by taking down Ming. A lot of members going very low.
I swear.
5 headless, knock him into the wall. Alistair will follow up. No, he's here for the objective. Gonna get that one uncontested. Herald, of course, still 50 seconds away from spawning and counting. You can see them trying to get some pressure down. That I want to highlight here, because very often when we see heavy favorites in groups, they take some risks. They mess around. G2 has been a team like that in the past. T1, it felt like maybe took some risks in pick and ban with things like the Vi earlier today. But RNG, this is full tryhard. Way on this. This is not a champion that you give him. He is not out here playing niche any advantages anywhere on the map.
And just look at the timings of everything as well. Xiaohu was able to push in mid because Seren roamed up towards top to try and answer. Oh, Xiaohu!
Oh, he wants the kill. Farfetch still ticking, burning ignite. Ooh, the math is good from Xiaohu. This man passed algebra, no doubt in my mind. Xiaohu now leaping backwards. Ezreal coming in from downtown, almost flawlessly calculated, but Seren's got the hands to move out of that one.
Now, the downside...
Maximum damage carry item.
Certainly is not. And here comes the dive from RNG.
Ming gonna go forward. Holy Phoenix knocked out. They're fishing for the stun. First, they're gonna take down the Nautilus. Way now gonna hook his way to be in lanes farming for like a good 20 minutes at this point.
It will definitely delay his spike a little bit.
Yeah, and I just don't know when he's actually gonna get to use the passive.
Okay, I'm a little disappointed in that Herald usage, I will say. They had opportunities to just drop it top and bot to secure themselves plates, and they ended up doing either.
Wait now.
Oh,
not
great
quite
ult.
instant charm though to knock it back. Ferret, the mechanics were clean, but RNG were just one step ahead.
That was really insane from Wei. He used the invulnerability from his ultimate to just tank the kick from Ferret.
Yep, unstoppable. Seren now dashing away there. Oh no, Farfetch into the wall. Not what he wanted to hit. Ezreal coming in. Just gonna connect on the members of the own team, and RNG are wiping the floor with the Istanbul Wildcats. They were the favorites coming into this one, but sadly, it feels like the draft put them even further in advantage, and Istanbul Wildcats have just not been able to find anything in this early game.
No, and I respect what the Wildcats did try to do. We talked about it, that all-in investment towards the bot side of the map. They felt like they had a TP advantage over mid as well, so even if they did bring the LeBlanc down, they could TP back up to mid, but... Ooh, Xiaohu now.
Charm hits the clone, though. That's big. Otherwise, I think that would have been one dead LeBlanc. Seren forced out
for
here.
this. Yeah, Seren has the base.
Ferret doesn't really have a good position to land a Q, and he's been warded. So Xiaohu goes over the wall into the Lee Sin.
Right now, if it weren't for that one death, they'd be on way to
Gala.
the game.
Good combo, the knockback. Maybe this is something. Gala knocked up. Ignite now taking down from downtown. That's going to be the ulti. Maybe they can turn this back. Bit now pushing forward, though they've burned all of their cooldowns. They've only taken out the Ezreal. RNG, can they get something in exchange? Seren waiting over the wall, trying to fish Xiaohu kick back into the rest of the team. The chain's still attached. He's been locked down. That's a big shutdown. Signs of life coming in from the Wildcats. Not getting choked out that quickly. RNG, 3 members versus 4.
The pings are coming down onto the Rift Herald. They know that's a big objective.
Stepping forward, Holy Phoenix pulls shot. Where's it going to go? Have to wait for Gwen to not be immune anymore. Looks like Starscream is going to be the sacrificial Gragas as Ben starts to run forward. The Ghost is popped, and Holy Phoenix is in trouble. Should just get taken down here. Can't get the ulti reset for Wei if he wants to go back over the wall. Ming definitely not.
Screen. And the moment that he drops, that front line disappears.
Oh, but here we go. Respect, they're keeping the tempo up. They know maybe they can continue to push their advance, but that is a level 12 Gwen. Gragas just hit level 11. It's level 9 for Ferret. Ming is on the way in. All the CC the Gwen could ever need. Farfetch looking for the backup, but it's to burn everything early because you're just not going to be able to react in that situation. But Starscream holding his patient, but now another fight breaking out. It's a 3-man pulverize coming in from Ming. Xiao, who's still on the front line. Holy Phoenix laying down a bit of damage, but nobody's low enough to really be threatened. The rest of the Wildcats now retreating as Ben is off to the side. Ben on a flank, definitely a terrifying sight. We know that as EU commentators. Gwen certainly Set up in a position to continue to press their advantage forward. Wildcats still regrouping, Farfetch still down. Ezreal can hit multiple members, really chunking out the back line here as the Herald's second charge is going to come through. Ming fishing for Ferret. Stun not going to connect. Kick has landed onto Ming's hair, getting lower and lower. They have to be careful here. Wei going to get knocked back in. He's going to find the kill. He's dominating. Oh, such a difficult game for the side of Wildcats as RNG are just eating them alive.
RNG continue to roll it down the mid lane. They have.
You're still going to be okay.
Yeah, I would say so.
Difficult situation. I think the difficult thing for the Wildcats again is that if RNG to really target him out and shut him down.
Played there by Bin. Uses his ultimate to create the sense of I'm about to fight you, and then just uses it to clear the wave. Backs away. Now the re-engage from RNG.
Ferret. Lots of Qs landed here from Gala. Lock up the stun from Alistair, still connecting, trying to find the disengage. Ferret, Q back to the minions. It looks like he's going to do something to make it out almost into the Ezreal ulti, but it's not going to be enough. Gala now taking down Saren. Holy Phoenix now needs to run because Bin is a terrifying man to find in a 1v1 way on the backside as well. Holy Phoenix, 4-shot, the movement speed is not going to be enough. There's no more bullets left in the clip. Double kill for the Ezreal. RNG again. Dominant.
It is an absolute massacre for RNG. They just wipe the Wildcats off the map, and just as Baron spawns, they will secure it. An excellent debut to the tournament from RNG, but you have to feel that this game is done and dusted. The Wildcats are just trying to cross-map. They feel like RNG, oh, we just lost the tier 2 tower in the bot lane, but RNG actually have 3 members up towards the top side of buff on mid. They have another wave collapsing on bot, and RNG, they're looking to end things as quickly as they started it, as they have the Nexus in their eyes.
And certainly delivering on the expectations that they would be the clear #1 favorite in this group. But it doesn't feel like there are any major missteps or mistakes from the team. Some even trades here and there, but aside of that, Istanbul Wildcats getting picked to pieces. Final engage is now coming in. Ferret, there's really just nowhere for him to go. Another Viego reset coming out. Holy Phoenix in the safety of the fountain, trying to get something else done as Big takes big chunks of damage, ready to body block for his teammate. Saren respawning. Just not strong enough to have an impact here on that RNG front line. Gala absolutely fearless, just throwing out Qs here. And RNG, they're going to end this game. Expected favorites, yes, but this level of dominance, always a pleasure to see from the LPL representatives. Istanbul Wildcats going to be sent back to the drawing board as RNG move up to 1-0 in the group. Absolutely obliterating the opposition.
A very one-sided affair from RNG, matching the expectations put upon them.
Oh, we were baited.
We were baited
The
as they
camera
had
guys
more
were
kills.
baited. It's over now. It's over now. Boom. Ooh, Betty, genius. World-class analyst. Pop, pop, pop. Got him.
I mean, it's also just, I think it makes the most sense in the context of what they drafted, right?
Yep.
We already talked about a very traditional stock standard.
This is misery territory, observers.
He knows.
Giving us the horror movie vision highlight. Ooh, the bounce over the head. I respect it. Looking for the third auto for an extra bit of movement speed, but it's just not going to be enough. Red Cannon.
Gwen as well.
Certainly. Leona getting the kill, obviously not super ideal, but Wukong getting an assist, not too bad overall. So Gigu continues to do on the top side as Wukong builds closer and closer to what we assume will be the
JoJo on their way. Ooh, big damage onto Bay.
Force flash! Oh, Titan!
Beautiful pick.
Though for the Genesis that he can still just ult in this fight and contribute plenty. Objective getting lower. We're going for the full-on 50-50. That's going to be the 2-man, but the lead forward from Wukong is big. It stops Unify from hitting the multi-man ult. They just going immediately into the backline. Now JoJo looking to follow up. Here comes the curtain call. Unify needs to make his way out. Bay stepping forward to body block. Is going to save his AD carry, but again, Red taking advantage in the exchange. Yes, PSG get the
criticisms that you'll have from teams that aren't outside of the major regions. Their setup, but they had the top wave pushed in, which I can't really highlight here, but they had the top wave pushed in. They sacked the bots in order to bring their bot lane up and then set up a potential dive on mid. And then by forcing them back, not only will they cross-map and trade for the top tier 1, they also secured 2 plates in mid, and their bot lane didn't really lose that much as a result of it. Look, Cheetah comes
to getting cryo, setting up vision, looking for these picks that we
very well
about.
Played. Like, the way they use the Herald, they'll secure the mid tower, they'll have that control, have the Gwen push in bots, gives you access into the river. The thing they have to be cautious of is all of these deep teleports that are sitting behind them in the bot side jungle. They haven't cleared this area of the map out yet, and the TP is available for Hanabi, so that risk of a flank from the Gnar is very real.
It is now going in, looking to get the fight picked off. Unify to the backside, untouched for now, but there's just too much damage. He can Gale Force out to safety, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Unify just picked up. There's no peel for the AD carry. Red walking away with an easy fight. Kaiwing running for the hills. Maybe he cannot hook out to safety, but that curtain call spelling the doom of PSG in that exchange.
Aegis just wipes Bay off the map. Like, that Wukong engage followed up by the Leona was flawless. Very well done by Red. They find themselves 7-0. Another kill, making it 8. Red are absolutely dominating this early game.
And this is a moment that starts to reset the script for this group. If you go to expectations, this group is 1 RNG, 2 PS. He gets camped, he falls behind, eventually he becomes relevant. Or he gets snowballed and he takes over a game completely. And for Aegis, he's taken over the game completely. This is absolutely unplayable for Hanabi. The curtain call's not even necessary. Get that man an assist.
So what I'm starting to right there behind him, that the snipe is going to come through from Chitan, that I'm just really see if they can reclaim some vision control.
Hanabi.
Once again, while they do have Leona, it's not the fastest with Zoe and Jin, but they're looking for the fight.
Won't be a problem if they can win a fight. Engage going to be interrupted, but there's Aegis into the backside. He's going to look for the second proc. Immediately goes invisible, goes for the second proc. It's massive damage. That's going to be one sleepy jungler. That's going to be one dead jungler is Red. Managed to find the pig. They can turn their face back towards the Baron. The pings are coming out
into a Baron. An incredibly impressive performance from the Red Cannons to start off.
The rise of Jin, as it has been a pretty popular pick so far of the day, but only Phoenix and Chitan picking it up for themselves. Igu, bit of a stun here. Aegis finding the jungler, catching him out, looking to knock up Hanabi, but Hanabi's gonna get the double bans off to safety. Meanwhile, Unified, oh no! His life is just so hard. Oh no!
Chitan those with the flash and W combo is able to secure a kill. They're looking for more.
One more kill. They are not stopping, they are not throwing, they are not giving up, they are not making the mistakes of the past. They are not forgetting the sins of their fathers or forefathers. It does not matter. Today, Brazil is here to dominate. The CB Law is here to dominate. Red are here to dominate. PSG rather, are getting ripped to pieces.
Another kill will go in the favor of the Red Cannons. 13-0. Oh my words.
And I thought the most one-sided game of the day might be a G2 game, might be an RNG game, might be a T1 game, but a 13-0. Today, Red are the guys wampa stomping their way across this rift. Gigu walking forward, another route onto the AD carry. Unified's life is a living hell. He's getting picked apart again, and finally the victory will come through. Chitan, full confidence, a well-earned